Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Miracle Mindset Monday for this week. So remember, this is our generalized reading for the week. There are no personalized readings. Now, if you would like your own personalized Miracle Mindset Monday, you can, of course, go visit my website, www.awakeningmiracles.org, and you can check out the book online section, and it'll actually give you a brief description of exactly what a Miracle Mindset Monday entails for you. So, for this week, I have actually delivered this message to 3 different clients about 3 different things. So I'm really excited to be able to share it with all of you because it's a new view on something, at least for me. And that's what I really enjoy is, having these new views on things. So the message that I want to give for the general reading for the week is about transcendence, okay? And so as I was meditating on this and asking for, that guidance, this is the message that came through. Transcendence is not simply about going beyond a belief, going beyond a concept. Transcendence means that it no longer holds power over you. So once again, transcendence doesn't mean just going beyond something. Transcendence really means that it no longer holds power over you. You have transcended that limit. You have said, you know what? I see you, I recognize you, but you have no power here. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. If you would like to share, feel free to do so on your own pages or on your groups. So that is that general message for this week is really about transcendence, really about rising above, going above, and saying, you know what, you no longer hold power over me. Because if we really look at it, a lot of times fear has a lot of power over us. And what we are asked to do, regardless if you follow A Course in Miracles, Law of Attraction, if you just follow like New Age philosophies, Reiki, anything like that, it's always about looking at the fear, recognizing the fear, and then saying you no longer have power over me. Transcending it, going beyond it, realizing that it never had power over you in the first place. And so that is the general message that I received for this week, was to transcend, to go beyond, and to realize that fear, despair, misery, sadness, all of those things really hold no power over you if you don't give them power. And so that's what I wanted to share. So for this week, we're actually going to go to the Mystical Wisdom deck. And we're also going to go to the Oracle of the Angels. But first, we're going to go to the Mystical Wisdom deck and see what beautiful messages we have for this week that maybe are in congruence with our overall message. So here we go. We have 2 beautiful cards, so I'm really excited to see what our 3rd card is. Okay, actually our 3rd and our 4th card. Oh, beautiful. All right, so our first card that came out with transcendence, of course, whenever you transcend a fear, it is pursuing your spiritual growth, enlightenment. And, once again, to be enlightened doesn't mean that, you're higher than anyone else, you're better than anyone else. It simply means that you have seen that your old way of thinking, the old way of being, no longer holds value. It's not important anymore. And so that's why this enlightenment card comes up. It's saying, that you have the ability to transcend, and through your transcendence you reach that enlightenment. And enlightenment, like I said, simply means that you realize that the things that you used to fear, you see that they no longer hold value for you. They're no longer there to stop you. They can't stop you. And so then, as we move on, we have Archangel Gabriel coming forth to bring us those messages, that hope of, it's possible, it's going to happen, it can happen. And one of the things that I love is, I believe it was a teacher of A Course in Miracles who said enlightenment or awakening is all about your desire. Like, what is your desire? Do you desire to wake up? Do you desire to be happy and joyful and, see the light of the world and see the light in everyone else? Is that your desire? Because if it is, then you truly will have that awakening experience. But it has to be a desire, and it has to be a heartfelt desire, not a desire necessarily to be like, oh, I want to be more psychic than anyone else, or I want to be more, I want to be more light-filled than anyone else. It simply comes down to, I want to be happy. I want to be joyful, and I want to, I want to wake up from our next card, from the dream. It starts off, in A Course in Miracles, it tells us that we live in a dream. We are asleep and dreaming in heaven. That's what it tells us. And really what we're doing, what enlightenment does, transcendence does, is it helps us to wake up more and more and more till we get to the happy dream. And then from the happy dream, we truly wake up. So we have two ways of going. We can either choose to go into the fearful dream and get deeper and deeper and deeper into the dream. Now, once again, it's just a dream. But, there are times where, your dreams get really deep and you're not sure if you're dreaming or if you're awake, or if you're, if this is, the part of a old dream. I've had dreams where it's been a dream inside a dream. And you're like, wait, am I awake? Oh, wait, no, it's just another dream. And so with these cards, what it's telling us for this week is, look at your fears. Look at those things that are coming up for you and realize, number one, why do I have this fear? Where did it stem from? Where did this fear really come from? After we've seen where this fear has come from, is that me anymore? Is that me? Am I that person? Do I have to continue to carry this around with me? Or am I willing to open my bag of fears, look inside, and see that I've been carrying around things that no longer hold any value for me? So I can really wake up to a happier and happier dream. The more and more that you do that work, the happier and happier you get. Because you're no longer weighed down or laden with, that stuff of the past. It's not there anymore. So that, plus, we'll go with our last card here, which is, you can do that in whatever way feels good to you. Your originality. Some people do it like me. I do it through A Course in Miracles. That's easy for me. It's very effortless for me. But also, there is Reiki. There is Law of Attraction. It's whatever it is that feels good to you, that feels natural to you. And maybe it's a combination of things. I mean, for me personally, I use, A Course in Miracles, but I also use my own intuitive information. So that's for me. That's what I use. Combine it with some things I've learned from Future Board about saying I'm so lucky and I love my life. And, from the book, what was it? Disappearance of the Universe, which is also just a take on A Course in Miracles, but I have combined those together to help me. And that's what really has helped me to become happier, more in tune, more just in alignment. with life. And so now we're going to go to the Oracle of the Angels. Excuse me. And we're going to see what beautiful messages come from here. So let's see what beautiful messages we have for this morning. Oh, beautiful. So we have card number 1. Okay, card number 2 and 3. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so our first card that came out was card number 36, the source of life. Realize that the source of life is within you. That's what's so important as well, to realize the source of life is within you. And through that source of life, having the awareness that it's there and the positive intention that you want to communicate more with that aspect of yourself than the ego aspect of yourself, or that lower aspect of yourself, the self that you created. That's really what these 3 cards say to me, combined with our story. So our whole overall story for this week is all about, number 1, transcendence. And when it comes to transcendence, remember, that's about going beyond your fears. And as we do that, we reach this enlightenment. And remember, enlightenment simply means that the old fear that you are looking at, or the old way of thinking, the old pattern, is you see that it no longer holds value for you. So you release it. And in doing so, you feel lighter. You get enlightened. You see how it's been blocking you. You see all of those beautiful things. Then we have Archangel Gabriel coming forth and giving us that hope, giving us that ability to be like, you know what? I can do this. And as we have that ability to do this, we wake up to that happier dream. And as we wake up to the happier dream, we do that in our own original way. And the way that we do that is realizing that within us is the light, is the source of all life. The light, the love, the joy, the happiness of the divine is right there with us. We just have to have that awareness. We have to begin to have that awareness. Maybe that's an enlightening experience for you, is realizing 100%, not just conceptually, but conceptually, practically, that you truly are divine. And then as you have that positive intention of, you know what, I really want to see myself, I really want to view myself, I really want to be and embody that truth of who I am, then you can begin to see that with that positive intention. So that is the reading for this week. If you're interested in your own Miracle Mindset Monday, you can, of course, go visit my website, www.awakeningmiracles.org. And for those of you who follow me for my ACIM support group, I will be live there in just a minute, and we will be doing Lesson 20 for today. So I send you all of my love. I wish you nothing but, actually, I don't wish. I declare for all that are watching here and now in the present moment, those who may watch this in the future, and even those who may watch this in the past, I declare a day for you that is full of joy, happiness, and enlightenment. A day where you are able to really see the truth of who you are. A day that you are willing to look at those fears, those darker thoughts, and realize that they no longer hold value for you. I declare that today can be a day of freedom from fear, freedom from anxiety, freedom from sadness, from melancholy. I declare a day that you get to really rise up and shine to the truth of who you are. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. And I send you all of my love.